Hello beautiful people. In today's video I'm going to be doing a tutorial and swatch comparisons with the Natasha Denona mini retro palette. I'm going to compare them to the two colors that I already have in my collection. So if you want to see this look and the swatches that I compare them to, keep watching. Alright, I'm going to start off with this shade right here, this 60 shade, and I'm going to take that just in the crease and blend it out. I decided to go for a khaki green look today, or not khaki green, sorry, the gray green here, because this is the shade that I don't have, and also want to compare this one to the industrial shade that I already have. Okay, so far this is going on very pigmented and blending nice. I'm going to start to work that onto the lid as well. And to do that I'm going to take a smaller flat brush and start packing that. I'm not going to bring it all the way to the inner corner because I want to leave that blank for the industrial shade. Okay, switching back to my crease brush, I'm just going to further blend this out. I'm going to wipe off the excess on my towel. Alright, that went, wow, she pigmented. I already over blended, this is crazy. Okay. Alright, that's a nice color. On camera, that does not look blended. Well, that's hilarious. I'm just going to clean up down here because I don't want it coming out so far. And I'm going to go in with my brow bone shade here. Just blend everything else together. Alright, wiping off that brush. That shade is pretty pigmented. I can't believe how quickly that got more or less out of control. I feel like I'm new to makeup today. Okay, that looks pretty decent. Just going to take a bit of that brow bone shade and just dust it on the outer edge just to help fade it a little more. Alright. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of glitter glue because I usually don't use these kinds of shades without it. I'm sure you've seen on other tutorials by now what it looks like without it. I'm going to use one because this is what I always do. And I'm just going to pack that all over the lid about halfway. And I'm going to wipe my finger off and take my finger and use the shade with my finger. Alright, that's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to take the crease brush again, and I'm just going to go into the 60 shade again and just lightly blend those two together. Okay, now for the inner corner, I'm not too sure what to take for that. Look at it. Oh, yeah, I have a hair lash. Alright, I am going to do the other eye, finish the face, figure out what I'm going to put here in the inner corner, and come back and complete the rest of the look with you guys. Okay, for foundation, I used my Wet n Wild Photo Focus. For bronzer, I used my Maybelline City Bronzer. And for blush, I used my Diamond and Blush palette, the cream blush here, and, excuse me, for highlight I used the Natasha Denona Super Glow. seemed fitting to use all of Natasha Denona's products today, considering it's a review of the mini retro glam palette. Is that what it's called? No, mini retro. No glam in there at all. Okay, so for the inner corner, I decided to use this shade right here. With what brush? This one right here. The one I always use, my little mini duo fiber. I figured I want to test out the color, so I might as well use it with it. I was afraid to use it because the green is rather cool tone, and I didn't know how the warm tone would mix with it. But I thought it would be a nice way to warm up the look because it is so cool tone, and I'm not 100% used to cool tones. Alright, so there, that looks beautiful. Okie dokie. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in the shade Magnetic Pink. And then I'm really curious to test out these two colors here. So I'm going to go in with, what brush am I going to use? Let's just use this one. The pencil brush from MAC. It's the 219. Not that matters. But I'm going to take this shade here, and I'm going to pop that in the inner corner here because it gives like a really beautiful shine. I was going to originally use that all over the lid and just pop this color in the crease, but I thought let's test out the greens first. I wanted to do two looks with this palette today, one on each eye, but I have a meeting later on Zoom, so I didn't want to go on with two different colored eyes. So this is the look that I've come up with. Okay, so for the outer corner, I also want to test out that other pink. So I'm going to take this, actually the same brush. I'm going to use the same brush. And I'm going to put the pink under here and blend it out. Alright, not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it like that. I don't think I'm going to add any more green to the outer corner because I don't want to mix those two colors. Alright, for the inner corner, I'm going to take my Morphe palette here, this old one, and I'm taking the white color in the corner here. I guess I could use gold, but I didn't want to use gold today. I wanted to keep it on the rather cool side. Even though I added the pink in there to warm it up just a little bit, I think this looks good. Okay, I will spray my face, add mascara, add my lip, and I'll come back and give you my final thoughts and some swatches and also some comparison shades from the repeats in this palette to the ones that I already have. Alright, so here is the final look. Ugh. Of course, these gloss the second I come back on. For lips, I used my Buxom lip gloss in Mykonos Sunrise. It's an oldie but a goodie. And now for my final thoughts on the palette. I ordered this the day it came out. It took literally a week to get here, which I knew it would take longer given the circumstances that we're surrounded with right now. I thought it was lost because my when you go into Sephora's website and you click tracking, it just kept saying in process, in process. It was literally saying that until like Friday when I finally called Sephora and the guy said it would be delivered by Wednesday, which was today. So I kept checking the tracking number to see if it would update. It updated on Sunday morning, but just kept saying that the shipping information will be updated once the courier picked it up. So I'm just sitting around waiting patiently for it to come in, and it finally came to my doorstep yesterday, so a day earlier. That's cool. Like, I don't care that it took a week to come in, but within that week I've actually had a chance to look at the palette. Oh, I don't even think I showed it yet. That's it there. When I first saw that she was releasing this, I was really excited because it looked like, you know, all the colors looked like I already have them online. But then after I heard a couple people telling me that, not telling me, but like, you know, reading reviews online, that this shade here was a repeat and this shade here was a repeat, and I'm not sure which other one is a repeat, maybe this one, but I don't have the palette this one came with. So basically for me, this one, and this one are the only ones that are new. So I was kind of disappointed when I heard that, because I mean, when you buy a new palette, you want all the shades to be new to you. So I have the two palettes here that I want to compare them to. First of all, let me just get a swatch of the green. So there's a swatch of the shade Industrial. Now I will go into my Natasha Denona and get the shade Industrial that I already have. Now, I never really reached for this green, but I mean, now I have two of them. So this is the one that came in the new retro mini palette, and then that is the old one right there. They're pretty much the same, they're slightly different. I feel like the one in the green-brown palette, sorry, has a little bit more of a taupe undertone to it, versus this one, it has more of like a silver gray tone to it, but they're pretty much the same thing. Now for the Natasha Denona Tropic palette, I will swatch the vintage taupe color right next to it. I'm going to use a brush because I don't like going into my mattes for... Okay, so this one here is from the Retro palette, and this one here is from the Tropic palette. Now, they basically look the same. Like once you put them on the eyelid, they basically look the same. They look slightly different on my hand. I'm not sure whether that's because this is a little older and this is newer. Either way, there's pretty much no difference between them both. But yeah. Let me just go ahead and swatch the other colors here for you on my other hand. I should have done this before just to save time so you're not staring at my head. So that is the Galaxia? Yeah, Galaxia shade. That's very beautiful, very pretty. That's the color I want to use all over my lid today. And then we have the Pixie color, which is also very pretty. And that color is right there. I thought it would be similar to the other colors that I have here in this palette, but they're not. They're completely different. So I think that's... Oh, and I guess I'll swatch the green for you just so you have all the shades swatched for you. Alright, this is brush swatches. So there you have the green 60 shade. It's very pretty. It's a little more gray than I anticipated, but that's alright. So I basically have to decide if I'm happy having two repeats that I really never touched this one, and I really never touched this one. But I mean, maybe I will once they're in this palette. I just don't always reach towards cool tone shades. I do enjoy the look that I came up with today. I kind of felt like I didn't even want to put this up because I feel like everyone's done. I mean, you don't have a lot of creativity when it comes to only 5 eyeshadows. There's only so many variations you can do. There's been a lot of beautiful looks created, and I didn't want to repeat any of them, but at the same time it's kind of hard not to repeat eyeshadow looks when you have only so many in the palette. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this look and this little mini review. If I think I'm going to put a tutorial up using the lighter shades, only the pink shades. I think that might be my next tutorial to go up, just because I really want to play with them. I really do. This shade was really intriguing to me. It's so beautiful. I put it on my eyelid last night just because I wanted to see what it looked like, and it was like shiny and gorgeous, and I just really want to play with it. Alright guys, so thank you very much for watching this video, and you will see me in my next one. Bye!